Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is regarding what can you expect to be taking place within your life throughout the upcoming year of 2026. So there are going to be 3 piles, and the timestamps for each pile can be found in the description box and the comments section below. If the readings and messages resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe, and you can let me know in the comments section if you choose. For all of my subscribers and returning viewers, as always, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. I have so much gratitude, and I will always express that. Thank you. For newer viewers, welcome. And if interested after this video, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading, Group 1, regarding what may be the main themes of your life throughout the upcoming year of 2026. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled the cards. We have 5 cards from one tarot deck, 3 clarifiers from another. I will quickly highlight the cards that have come through, and then we'll get into your reading. So the first card out is the Ace of Wands, followed by the Knight of Wands. And then we have the World card, followed by the Six of Swords. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is the Queen of Wands. For your 3 clarifiers, we have the Nine of Cups, followed by the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Death card. Bottom of the deck energy for the clarifying cards is Strength. Does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, definitely a glow up year. I do feel for a majority of you, if not all of you, you may have already been or may already be experiencing the energy of this glow up, because this doesn't feel like something that is coming in very slowly. If anything, I feel like 2026 for this group is going to be a year of me. I was going to say nonstop action, but I guess this will show up differently for each of you. For most of you, this does feel like a year where there is a lot of shifts and transformations when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career, your creative endeavors and passion projects and such. For others of you, this energy is transformation in the way that you show up and the way you live. So, for example, for quite a few of you, you may travel a lot next year. You may be moving. You may have a career change. For others of you, this is you going out more, picking up or taking on new hobbies. There's a lot of focus on the self with this group. There's very much this energy of confidence, fearlessness, boldness energy. There's maybe an energy of a strong magnetic aura that you emanate already, but I feel like next year that energy and that aura is going to be even more intensified. There's very much an energy where a lot of you may be putting yourself out there more. So for some of you, that'll show up as maybe you launching your own YouTube channel, launching a TikTok channel or an Instagram. For others of you, you may be putting out a book that you finally have finished. For others of you, you may be starting a new business or what have you. Others of you, you may just want to go out and live life to the fullest. I feel like with the Death card here and the fact that the Hermit showed up earlier in the shuffling process for the first card pull, a lot of you have come through a difficult journey. Also, we have the World card out here, which is usually ending a difficult cycle and a difficult journey and arriving at a place where now you have extreme joy and pleasure, fulfillment. So a lot of you are stepping into your purpose next year. You're embracing this change. You're embracing this transformation. There's going to be a beautiful balance between your joy, your dreams, your fulfillment, your responsibilities, your own happiness, but also your spiritual self growth and healing, especially with the World card out here, which is usually having positive abundance and growth and success spiritually and materially. And then with this Two of Pentacles coming out between the Nine of Cups and the Death card, that's an energy of going with the flow and beautifully balancing out, fun, joy, excitement, play, but also spiritual growth, transformation, healing. I do feel like a lot of you have already ended a healing journey. This does not feel like something where you're still in the thick of it. Now, for some of you who are, you are maybe at the tail end of this healing journey in this difficult cycle, or next year you will finally complete and wrap this up. And I feel like you're going to hit the ground running, because the Ace of Wands is the first card out here, followed by the Knight of Wands, and then you have the Queen of Wands. So this is kind of feeling like, I would say, the calm after the storm, but this is feeling more like the rainbow after the storm, because this feels like an energy of power, influence, authority, really taking back control over your life and choosing to live your life the way that you want, choosing to show up the way that you want. No longer dimming your light, no longer allowing yourself to be hidden or to feel stagnant or to allow others to dim your light. Because for some of you, with this World card, Six of Swords, and this Ten of Cups energy, it makes me feel like for some of you, you may have walked away from something already or someone. You could have went through a divorce, you could have went through a breakup, you could have left a career that was hindering you or creating a lot of toxicity or stressful. Others of you, you could have walked away from a friend group or a work environment. It could be a number of things. And I feel like what's happening is once you've walked away from that, some of you may be walking away from it still. Most of you, I feel like this is something that has already been put behind you, but you were just working on the healing and transformation of finally closing out that chapter. And I feel like you're there. So next year, there could be this energy of you feeling more vibrant, having a lot more energy, vitality, really feeling sexy and attractive, fierce, bold, feeling unstoppable. You could be putting a lot of energy into your physical body, and that could mean exercise or it could mean dancing. It could mean, going out and golfing. It could mean anything that brings you passion, excitement, joy. I feel like that's what's going to be the main theme of your year. And I do feel like financial abundance is something that is going to start to flow for those of you where it isn't. But I feel like there's a lot of focus on emotional, mental, physical, spiritual fulfillment. And I feel like that ushers in a lot of prosperity financially for those of you that are seeking that. But there does seem to be a lot of focus on the self with this Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, your responsibility, but still making time for your spiritual growth. Strength card, yeah, you're managing this energy of gaining control over your emotions, really taking what you've been through, what you've had to overcome, and using it as fuel to propel you forward. Now, with the energy of the Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, the World, the Queen of Wands, and this Strength card, it kind of makes me feel like for some of you, you may have a career or something that you do that has influence and power over others, or you're able to influence other people. It's something here where you have some sort of power and authority. Now, this could be just power and authority over your own life and your own circumstances. But for a lot of you, this feels like a power and authority that you are using and wielding to propel yourself forward in something that you are putting out into the world. But I do feel for a lot of you, you will be seen next year. And that could be me again. That could mean you're seeing more because you're going out more, you're shopping more, you're getting your nails done, you're getting your hair done, you're traveling, you're maybe coming into contact with a community or a kind of soul tribe or a person that is essentially in alignment with you, that is just equally as spiritually evolved, and that's somebody that you can have a mutual connection with. For some of you, this could be romantic, right? With that lovers that showed up earlier. Others of you, this could just be a companion or a group of people that are in the same hobby as you or in the same career. For some of you, you could also be managing, maybe working a traditional job or staying within a career that you're currently working in, but also balancing that out with investing into what your heart is really calling you to. So, yeah, there's a beautiful energy here. And none of this feels slow. You do have the Two of Pentacles, but with all the Wands energy here, and all the energy of movement, like the World card and the Six of Swords, I feel like there is an energy of things happening very quickly. That's why I said in the beginning, I feel for a lot of you, you may already be feeling this energy. You may already be in the energy of change and transformation. You may already know what's ahead, or there may already be signs or things that you have already started and that are already unfolding. But there is this energy of something that has felt very heavy, very difficult. It could be life itself. But whatever this is that has been hindering you, keeping you in this healing stage, keeping you in this hermit mode, keeping you in this energy of maybe confusion and dealing with a lot of obstacles and setbacks, that has either closed or it is closing. Ace of Wands is where you get your spark back, and it's the first card out for this group. This is where you get your spark back. This is where you have this overwhelming sense of confidence and this overwhelming sense of being able to overcome any and every obstacle in your path. And there's a determination here to achieve your goals. There's a determination here to step into your purpose. There's a determination here to experience fulfillment, ultimate wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups and this World card and this Ten of Cups. Yeah, there's extreme pleasure here. So some of you may actually start dating next year. For those of you who are single, You may find yourself dating more or becoming more open to dating. You may have a passionate connection that comes in that may be very transformative for you, and it may help to open up your creativity, but there is a creative spark here. Now, for those of you who are married or in relationships, you may be traveling with your partner or your family next year. You may be essentially starting and embarking on a new journey as a couple or as a unit and experiencing this positive transformation and fulfillment together. But I do feel that you're going to be very strong next year, very, very driven, very passionate. This feels like a newfound joy, a newfound spark, a newfound energy of thrill. There's a lot of exhilaration. It seems to be a lot of excitement, a lot of fun, a lot of success, a lot of positive abundance, an energy of where you wake up, kind of lit up and ready to take on the day, and you're excited about each day, like you're excited about what's to come. That doesn't mean that there aren't days where you may feel a little bit more in the Six of Swords, but I don't feel like that's something that's going to be prevalent for your year next year. Even if your year starts out a little slow for some of you, I feel like it's because you're wrapping up loose ends and then things take off. This doesn't feel like a year of hermit mode energy. You may make time for it, like I said, with this death card here. But I don't feel like this is a year where things are going to just be lagging on, or you're going to find yourself just going with the flow, or really stuck in your head and overthinking this, overthinking that, really rehashing the past. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like you have made a decision. There's something you want to do. There's something you want to fulfill. There's something you want to pursue, and you're just taking flight. It's a year of action, a lot of action, not a lot of overthinking, not a lot of, ruminating over things or what could go wrong or what could, none of that. This feels like a year where you are determined to check off a checklist of things that you want to achieve, and you're not stopping until you achieve it. And for some of you, you do have a support system around you that's going to be there to help you along the way, and that's going to be there to kind of root you on and be a soft place to land. For others of you who don't have that, you may be coming into alignment with someone or a group of people that are supportive of you. But I noticed that your first card pull ends with the Ten of Cups, which is a sense of community and family and relationship. And then the clarifiers start out with the Nine of Cups, which is the self. So for those of you that have walked away from a marriage, a connection, a community, a job, an environment, or circumstances that were not fulfilling to you, like I said, you're moving into the Nine of Cups where now you have fulfillment and joy within yourself. But when you have the Nine of Cups, this is where you are happy with every area of your life. You are content. You are fulfilled with your career, with your finances, with the sense of community around you, with the way that you look, the way you feel. The World card is the same thing, having ultimate joy and extreme pleasure in every avenue of who you are, every avenue of where you're headed, and every avenue of what you're doing. Yeah, so this looks like a very, very fun year for this group. You feel very powerful here. There's a lot of prosperity and satisfaction coming in. There could be, again, sincere people or sincere environment coming in, you feeling more sincere about your life and where you're at. I feel like there are some wishes coming true. There could be some sort of unexpected person or a situation or opportunity that may come in for this group. And I feel like with that, or there could be like a decision, like I said earlier, that you make, and somehow this leads to like a domino effect that leads to something bigger, because the Ace of Wands is something that is new. It is something that is like a new idea, a new experience, a new opportunity, a new person, something that comes in and it almost lights you up and it inspires you. And then it usually is something that takes off from there. And the fact that it's going into the Knight of Wands, which is the action card, one of the fastest moving cards in tarot. So this opportunity, this decision, this thought, this person, this experience that comes in, immediately with the Knight of Wands, you take action and then you hit the World card energy. So yeah, this looks like a beautiful year ahead for you. A lot to be happy about, a lot to smile about. There's going to be an energy of calm, an energy of peace to some degree. There's a beautiful balance of action, but also a beautiful balance of rest and taking care of yourself and taking care of those around you. feeling again in flow, harmonious, at peace, content, but still thriving, still pushing for more and more and more. And for those of you, like I said, where you are in a happy community or you are in a marriage or a relationship, there's going to be a lot of satisfaction within that union. There's going to be a lot of feeling thrills, maybe a kind of a spark coming back to this connection. Not that you've ever lost a spark, but I feel like there's this newfound kind of passion that comes in. But for most of you, this passion is towards yourself and is towards your future. You may attract a lot of attention next year. There may be a lot of eyes on you, a lot of suitors, a lot of people that want your attention for those of you who are single. You just seem to be very confident going into this new year. Like you seem to have a lot of admiration for yourself. And I feel like what's happening is it's bringing in that energy from others. Others are coming in, if they haven't already, to mirror that because you feel very daring going into this year. Very much in this charismatic and visionary type of energy. There's like a dominance here. But again, with this strength card, it's like a beautiful balance where you have this fire and this passion that's just emanating from you. And it could just be towards life and enjoying life, but for most of you, it's towards achieving something or a multitude of things that you have been wanting to do and may have felt stuck or were stuck in a situation or you were confused about maybe where you wanted to go or how to get there. Now you know, or something or someone is coming in to help you figure it out. Yeah, this seems like a very easygoing year. Exciting, but it seems easygoing. Yeah, there's a definitive change and transformation, a big one. But I feel like it's going to show up and affect every area of your life and every area of who you are. Very enthusiastic. There's a lot of optimism here. Yeah, this feels like an unstoppable energy. Anything or anyone from the past that you have felt stuck or tied to, those cords are being cut if you haven't already. And there's an energy of freedom here. This feels like you're going to feel free. You're going to feel in your power. You're going to feel strong. You're going to feel like you're thriving. It doesn't matter how this is showing up. You are going to feel this energy of success, prosperity, and abundance, probably even before a lot of these kind of blessings and such unfold. It's like you're going to feel it coming to you, or you're going to be in this energy as you're bringing it in. Because this does feel like you are coming into a year where this master manifester energy is going to be on 10 for you. And anything that doesn't serve you or that comes along that is very reminiscent of the past or that's very much reminiscent of something that has hindered you before, you're walking away from it with ease and with quickness. Now, for some of you, okay, I will say there could be some sort of a reconciliation next year. Maybe somebody that you have walked away from, or somebody, or a situation, or job, or what have you, something that maybe you have put behind you. It may come back around with the World card and this energy of the Six of Swords. You could have reconciliation with old family members, an old job, an old colleague, an old romantic partner for some of you, an old friend. This could even be something that you were once doing that you were passionate about that you stopped doing. You may be going back to it next year and finding yourself making leaps and bounds when it comes to achieving success in this area. But there's personal wish fulfillment next year. Yeah, and I love that for you. But it does seem to be becoming repetitive because, again, this is a very seamless reading. Everything here is just reconfirming the next message and the next message and the next message. I don't see a whole lot of confusion here. It's quite the opposite. And I say again, I feel like a lot of you have already started feeling this energy. Maybe you're feeling more vitality. Maybe you're feeling more energy. Maybe you're feeling more optimism. Maybe you're feeling more pep in your step, the way you walk, the way you show up. Some of you may be changing your style of dress, your hair. There's a swag here. There's a certain sense of sex appeal here that is very intense, very seen, and very felt. When you walk in a room, you are definitely going to be shifting the energy. Like I said, I do feel like there's going to be eyes on you. And that doesn't have to mean in a public level, or for some of you, you may be putting yourself out there publicly. But for others of you, I just feel like this is you stepping out and people feeling drawn and magnetized to your energy. Very much the center of attention, but the center of attention without trying. Yeah, I love it. A very happy and vibrant year. But I'm going to leave it there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, you may feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading group 2 regarding what may be the main themes in your life throughout the upcoming year of 2026. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled the cards. Generally, I pull 5 cards from one tarot deck, 3 clarifiers from another, but you got 6 cards in the initial card pool. So we will quickly highlight the cards that have come through and then we'll get into the reading. So the first card out is the Empress, followed by the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the High Priestess, followed by the Moon. And then we have the Queen of Swords, followed by the Strength card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Chariot. For the 3 clarifiers, you have the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy for the clarifying cards is the Knight of Pentacles. Really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the message should apply no matter what. So first and foremost, one of the main themes of your 2026 seems to be finance and career. There are other elements here that we're going to get into, but with the Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, money and career are definitely something that is going to be very prevalent and very flowing. There does seem to be this energy of you feeling very attractive, very confident with this Empress coming out first. Some of you could be parents or you could be married, but that's also an energy of creativity. So I do feel like there is maybe a collaboration, especially with the Six of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. So there may be a job opportunity, a career opportunity. Maybe you're seeking out help or assistance from someone, a bank, or somewhere where you need to get training. There's something or someone coming in, if they haven't already, that you'll be working on when it comes to whatever creative endeavors that you're pursuing or business ideas that you're wanting to put out there. But I do feel like for this group, with this High Priestess and Moon card following, and the Queen of Swords, you may be moving in silence next year. So there may be a lot of energy of you kind of staying to yourself, really working on yourself, working on your dreams, your goals, your career, your creative endeavors, even collaborating with others, but doing so privately, right? So I do feel like you will be seen to some degree next year. But what I mean by that is your success and the fruits of your labor will be seen with this Nine of Pentacles. But I don't feel like people will have insight into what you're doing. So for a lot of you, you could be healers, right? You could have something or you're in a career that has to do with healing, right? And healing can show up in different forms. You could be a doctor, you could be a nurse or pursuing that. You could be an author or a motivational coach or speaker. You could be somebody that works in spiritual community or the occult. But there is definitely something here where your creativity is going to be very strongly monetized next year, whether that's you using your voice, your healing nature, especially with this Queen of Swords, communication. But I feel like you're making a decision to finally take action, but there is help here. There is some sort of help, and this could be a help. Again, if you're a parent, you may be receiving some sort of financial assistance or help coming in there where it may help you to balance out your time or to pursue your goals. or some sort of financial assistance that's helping you to put more focus on your creativity and what you really want to do in the world. But there's also a beautiful balance here of you giving your time and energy to yourself, to those that rely on you, but also to what you're building and creating. Because the moon card is a card where there is hidden energy, right? This can be illusions, it can be doubt, it can be confusion, it could be an energy of fear and not really having clarity. It is a card of intuition, but it can oftentimes be blocked intuition and not knowing how to move forward or what decision to make. But when it's followed by the Queen of Swords, this is the energy of the Queen. Doesn't matter your gender. This is the energy of the Queen who operates with clarity. This is somebody who has insight. They make decisions and they make clear, concise decisions that are usually right every single time. So you are going to have clarity next year, I see here. And with the Strength card following, a lot of confidence, a lot of vitality, a lot of courage, and a lot of patience as you move forward. Especially with all these pentacles, you're going to be very patient, and that patience is going to pay off. There may be a lot of financial of unexpected abundance or even expected, because the high priestess energy knows, has all-knowing energy internally, but there seems to be a lot of financial flow coming in for you. You could be moving into a new home, moving into a better home, moving into a whole nother environment. You could even be shifting your career, moving into a different career, but whatever this is, it does seem to be bringing in a lot of money and a lot of success. Because the energy of the Strength card can also be a card of having high status. And the Three of Pentacles is often a collaboration or opportunity that does improve your finances, but it's also usually a career that can lead to status or a job that has some sort of status. So you may be, again, like I said, a business owner or putting something out there, getting an opportunity or help that is changing the way that you're able to move through life from a financial standpoint. Right. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this means that you will be able to enjoy the finer things in life, or you are getting an opportunity or putting something out there that's going to reel in so much financial abundance where your hard work is paid off and you're able to relax. You're able to spend time and money on yourself and those around you. You're able to take care and manage all your responsibilities without stress, without worries. You're able to pamper yourself. You're able to monopolize your time. And that could be another thing. You could really be managing your time and really having a lot of self-discipline next year. So the way you eat, the way that you move your body, maybe you'll be taking on a new regime. Maybe you will have a routine, especially if you have others that rely on you, or, as a parent or otherwise. You're going to be maybe managing your time better in a way that's going to help you to achieve your goals, to pursue what you want, but it's also going to help you to bring in more money, because when you're rested and you're calm and you have clarity and you are moving from a place of ease, comfort, and patience, it often allows you to be more effective and more productive, which brings in better and quicker results. So even though Pentacles is slower moving energy, I feel like for this group, this is something that is going to be more steady for you, right? Not necessarily slow. I do feel like with all the pentacles, it means that you are building something that is going to be sustainable, because pentacles energy is where you're building to a legacy. You're building your own empire, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. This is something that you are achieving with help. Yes, with the Six of Pentacles, it is help, but you're achieving it from your own merits, okay? This could also mean that you're going to have some sort of unexpected financial abundance or some unexpected financial breakthrough or career opportunity that allows you to operate in the Six of Pentacles, where you're able to give to others and you're able to take care of other people around you. With the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, still working, still building. Even once you get this abundance, you get this success, you're still building. So there's a lot of self-improvement here. There is going to be focus on continuing to grow spiritually. But I feel like with the energy of the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords, these are energies that have clarity, especially with the High Priestess. This represents moon energy of having a strong and sharpened intuition and really seeking higher guidance from above, from God, the divine, whatever you believe in, seeking that inner guidance, having that strong connection so that you're able to see clearly. And the fact that it's coming out with the moon card, which is a blocked intuition, reconfirms to me There is an energy coming in where you are no longer going to feel foggy. Any bad habits, negative patterns, fear, doubt, betrayal, things of the past, unhealthy connections. It could be something as simple as procrastinating. It could be having fear of moving forward, having fear of making the wrong decision, having fear of failure, having fear of not having what you need. It could be a multitude of things. But any unhealthy habits, thoughts of thinking, actions, connections, people, you're cutting it out. This is a year of clarity for you. And that clarity, the patience, and the energy and action that you put in are rearing in a whole lot of abundance and success and ease in your life. This feels like a very harmonious and comfortable, content energy that you're experiencing throughout 2026, especially when you have the energy of the chariot at the bottom of the deck in the first card pull, which from what I understand is a Cancerian card, which is also the moon. And then you have the High Priestess and the moon out here. Yes, a lot of determination, but I feel like you are moving with this determination, with this fierce power and strength, but I feel like it's from a calm place. This is giving the energy of a quiet confidence. So your energy, your authority is felt, but I feel like it's still with a gentle force. This is not a very forceful, aggressive kind of wands approach. This is a very easy, laid back approach. So, like I said, I feel like you're moving in silence. A lot of people, other than the people you're working with, may not know what you're doing when it comes to your spiritual growth, when it comes to your career and success. You're keeping it to yourself because there could be a fear of people sabotaging you. You could have a lot of hidden enemies. You could have a lot of people that are preying on your downfall. But with the Queen of Swords, you are moving out of an energy of fear. You're moving out of an energy of stagnation. You're moving out of an energy of negative patterns of thinking, bad habits, negative connections, and you're taking the strength from that and using it to actually propel you forward. So this would kind of be, I guess, an example of this. Instead of being afraid of failure, you're afraid to fail to the point where it's causing you to push for success. And you're trusting the process. I don't feel like if you've been in a forceful energy of wanting to make things happen, wanting to know when they happen, how they happen, when and where they happen, you're moving out of that based on these cards. And you're moving into an energy of flow where you're just making the decisions, taking the action, working with who you need to work with, making the connections, and you're allowing things to unfold. And I think because of that, they're unfolding seamlessly and quicker than you may think. Still steady, but you are embarking on a new journey. And it feels like it is a new journey and a new beginning in your finances, in your career, in your personal growth, and in your environment. I do feel like there is an energy here where you will be celebrating next year. There will be an energy of celebration. Even if this is just you celebrating on your own, celebrating with these collaborative partners or the people around you that you do trust and love. I do feel like next year you're going to find success that is going to further fuel your confidence in yourself, and it may encourage you to continue to take more calculated leaps and risks and things towards what you want. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. I feel again, there's a lot of self discipline. You are working on discipline. You're working on managing your time better. You're working on the way that you manage your responsibilities, maybe the way that you eat, the way you take care of yourself. Your health may be the focal point here next year, the way that you feel, the way that you think, the way that you take action, the way that you approach life, the way that you take care of yourself. There's a lot of focus on self growth, and there's a lot of focus on, again, managing things better. So if you were somebody who scrolled and procrastinated, now you are using your time more productively. Only investing time in things, people, and yourself that are beneficial to you and that are beneficial to your success. There's not a lot of investment being put in things and areas that don't grow you, but instead hinders you. There's more energy being put in investment of your time and energy being put into things that are going to propel you forward. And if you've been very anxious, you're going to be very calm. You may be a lot of sleep, a lot of rest. I love this energy. It feels so good and comforting. You may be a healer. or you may be in a healing profession. You may be in a profession where you bring healing to others. Because with the strength card, this is an energy of having healed, but having power and influence over yourself, but also having power and influence over other people. You could be a lawyer, a judge, maybe working in the legal field with the Queen of Swords, or you could be somebody that is an author, somebody that is a teacher, a spiritual guru, a life coach. Again, like I said, doctor, nurse, there is something here where you heal others, you take care of others. I don't, not just those around you, but like people in terms of your career path, your profession, your creativity, your skills, you give to others in a way that helps to transform them and helps them to find balance and clarity. But I feel like you're able to do that because you have went through a journey where you have achieved this for yourself. And now next year, you're able to now go in and help to create this for others through one means or another. It's a general reading, so it may show up differently. But this feels like something that is in alignment with you, and that may be why it's bringing in financial abundance for you. But you will be very productive next year. A lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, a lot of productivity, a lot of patience, but a lot of growth. It feels very stress free, very come what may. Just putting it out there and waiting for it to unfold and come in the way it's supposed to. And I love that for you. So I'm going to leave it there. If it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Well, welcome to your reading group 3 regarding what can you expect to be taking place within your life throughout the upcoming year of 2026. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled the cards. Generally, I pull 5 cards from one tarot deck, 3 clarifiers from another. In your case, you got 6 cards from the first card pull. So we'll quickly highlight what's come through and then we'll get into the reading. So the first card out is the Three of Swords, followed by the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, followed by Temperance. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, followed by the World. Bottom of the deck energy is the Three of Cups. For your clarifiers, you have the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Swords, and then you have the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy there is Five of Swords. So it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So your reading is quite interesting. It looks kind of like a blend of group 1 and 2, but the element and energy is different. So first and foremost, I do feel like one of the main themes of 2026 for you will be finances. I pre-shuffled and pulled for this specific group twice because I did want to get more insight, and the themes seem to be consistent, but I will reference the previous cards as well, which were predominantly pentacles, and then you got that again here. So for this group, you may have a lot on your plate right now. You may have a lot of responsibilities. You could be a parent, or you could just have people that rely on you for your resources, your time, and your energy. And in 2026, what's going to happen is you may start to find yourself focusing a lot more on giving and investing into yourself and resting, but there is also going to more than likely a shift in your finances. We are going to get into what the other themes are that are unrelated to finances, but since that has come through strongly in both card pulls from this group, I'm going to speak on that one first. For this group, there is this energy here of maybe you are somebody who overworks yourself, or you stretch yourself thin, or you're somebody that is constantly trying to keep things afloat for you and everyone else. And it could have been very draining for you, either right now or in the recent past. But what's happening is next year, you're going to find yourself with a lot of restoration physically. I feel like there will be a lot of healing focused on yourself, especially with this Temperance card out here and this Three of Swords energy. You yourself are going to be focused more on really trying to be comfortable in your own skin, but also in your environment. So for some of you, you could be moving into a new environment, right? Getting your own place or a new place, or you could find yourself really kind of shifting and changing and maybe redecorating, rebalancing the environment around you, because there's going to be a lot of focus on your own harmony and peace next year, if it hasn't already. Especially with that Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck and the clarifiers, that's a card of conflict. Usually, this can be conflict at work. This can be a relationship. This can be family. This can be friends. This could just be people that are bullies, or they're manipulative, or they're gossipers, or they're people who just want to create obstacles and disarray in your life. And I feel like what's happening is you have either walked away from these energies or this environment or circumstance, or you will be in 2026. And in doing so, it's going to affect you physically, which is going to affect you financially. Because it seems like the more that you're able to rest, the more that you're able to pour into yourself, the more that you're able to invest in yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, you're able to find this calm, this balance, and it's having a direct effect on how you bring in success and financial abundance when it comes to your career. It also affects how you're able to take care of your responsibilities and take care of your environment. Because with this Nine of Wands here and the clarifiers, this is usually after going through a difficult battle. This is usually having a lot of things and people in life coming up against you, obstacles, kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, feeling like you can't rest, you can't relax, you can't take time off, you can't sit with your thoughts, you can't nurture your heart and your mind and your spirit because you are giving so much, or there's so much being required of you, or there's so many things or people coming up against you. It could be due to jealousy, it could be due to envy, it could just be due to the fact that these are miserable energies that have wanted to hinder you because they feel hindered in themselves. I do feel like you've walked away from these people, or you will. And what's going to come with that is peace and rest and recovery within yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. And that's going to help recover your finances. But there may also be help because with the previous card pull, we had the energy of the Six of Pentacles coming out, as well as the Three of Pentacles, I believe. And then here you have the Knight of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's some sort of help and support coming in. Something is coming in to take you out of this Five of Pentacles. And with this Five of Pentacles, I'm getting that this is not just financial support. This Five of Pentacles also feels like this has to do with feeling left out in the cold when it comes to people and situations or environments. This is an energy of feeling like there's tension, there's frustration, there's loss, not just with your resources, but within yourself. Feeling despair or feeling like you don't have enough support, or you don't have anyone there that you can count on, or the people that are there or that have been there have done more harm than good. And with the energy of the Knight of Swords, it's like you're taking your power back and you are kind of taking action to overcome this Three of Swords, overcome this kind of energy of despair, overcoming this heartbreak, overcoming this separation or divorce, or you're making a decision and taking action and cutting these things and people out on your own. Because the Three of Cups is at the bottom. So for some of you, that's the energy of a community around you. Could be friends, could be family. For some of you, it could even be romance, where you are needing to cut these people out, or you have. Otherwise, for some of you, there is a soul tribe or a supportive group coming in that is going to help you and they're going to uplift you so you're not feeling as alone as you did before. Because in the clarifier, you have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is people that hinder you, they bully you, they treat you, and it leads to a Three of Swords where you have to separate yourself. But in the bottom of the deck, in the first card pull, you have the Three of Cups, which is people that uplift you, they support you, they celebrate you, they love you, they're like-minded, they're a warm, comfortable place to land. And with the World card coming out to end the first card pull, this is overcoming a difficult journey and finding yourself coming out in a place of fulfillment and joy and abundance and happiness. It's a new beginning where there's extreme pleasure and fulfillment. You're spiritually evolved, you're financially evolved, and it's coming out after the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there is a financial shift here. There is definitely some sort of financial shift here. With Temperance, yeah, things in your life are balancing out. There's an opportunity of finance coming in, there's somebody helping you financially, or you are just giving a lot of focus to your responsibilities, a lot of focus to your living circumstances, to your material plane, to your career. And it's leading to balance, it's leading to discipline, it's leading to this energy of ease and comfort in your life. And essentially cutting out, yeah, there's a lot going on here. This is energy you could have already walked away from, but there seems to be a lot of going, a lot, even if this is energy that's just going on within you or behind the scenes, there's quite a bit going on in your energy field. But it seems that next year, things calm down. With the Four of Swords and Temperance, things calm down, things neutralize, things balance out. You're able to breathe, you're able to relax, you're able to give your nervous system a break. Temperance, Four of Swords, there's a lot of healing energy here. The World card, completing a cycle, ending a difficult journey, achieving goals that you've set for yourself, feeling successful, feeling like you have come into your ideal state of life, or you've stepped into your purpose, or you've come into connection with things, people, or situations or opportunities that are more aligned with you. This is a very, very peaceful energy. And when you have the Nine of Wands, the energy of the Five of Swords, the energy of the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, this feels like an energy of somebody who's always had to be on guard, always waiting for something to go wrong, or something does go wrong, even when things may be going right financially, things may be going wrong in your personal life, even when things are going wrong in your personal life, things are going wrong in your finances, or really trying to find a balance in every area. And I feel like in 2026, you achieve this balance. You achieve it. And it could come through hard work. It could come through discipline. Or again, like I said, for quite a few of you, it is coming through some sort of help. It's coming through some sort of opportunity. It's a career opportunity. It's an expected amount of money. It's maybe somebody coming in to lighten your load, but there is some sort of help and support coming in for this group. Based off of the previous cards that came out and this, you are not going to feel as alone anymore. Even if this is just divine intervention with this temperance card where there's, spiritual and angelic guidance coming in to help heal you and to help balance things out for you, there is some sort of support. You're going to be able to take it easy. You're going to be able to really put more, invest more into yourself, pamper yourself, love on yourself. There's a heart healing that I feel is going on here, and that heart healing is in alignment with financial healing for a lot of you. Your circumstances are balancing out, and you're going to feel more at peace, and you're going to feel more thrilling about life. No longer feeling like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop or the next thing to go wrong with the Knight of Wands. No longer feeling like you're in a battlefield and everything is coming at you and you're having to take it on by yourself and constantly feeling like you're losing. Even when you're putting in your best effort, you're constantly feeling like you're losing, like you've been taken advantage of, like people don't value you, like life doesn't value you, like nothing you do is good enough. No matter how much energy and time you put in, you can't break even. Next year, you're getting very much beautiful, beautiful, beautiful balance and moderation here. Things are unfolding for you in a way where you're going to be more calm, more at ease, more peaceful, more harmonious. For some of you, there could be a bit of a reconciliation, right? There could have been a situation where there was a separation or heartbreak. This may not be for all of you, but for some of you, it could even be a career or a job you left behind. And maybe you're going to find yourself coming back into connection with someone, or an opportunity may come around again, but better than before. And it's going to help to stabilize you in various areas of your life, and maybe even in areas of the lives of those around you, or situations or circumstances around you. But you are overcoming some sort of heartbreak and disappointment in life and in things and people and situations. And with the Knight of Pentacles, you're slowly moving on to rebuild, and it's turning you into the Queen of Pentacles. If you're a masculine, King of Pentacles, take it how it resonates. It doesn't matter the gender. You are coming in an energy where you will have financial abundance, financial stability, and you're going to be able to relax, and you're going to be able to just enjoy life. You're going to find yourself maybe being able to laugh more. With the World card, you may be able to travel more. You may be able to, pursue goals or purposes or dreams that you've wanted to pursue. You may get an opportunity or a second chance at a new beginning with a relationship or a group of people, or an opportunity that didn't go so well the first time. But there's definitely some sort of unexpected energy coming in, because the Wheel of Fortune came out before, and the Wheel of Fortune and the World card always gives me similar vibes. So there is something that I don't feel like you are expecting, but it's going to bring in an overwhelming sense of joy and happiness and optimism, success and confidence. And this is, again, it feels like you're going to feel like life is finally working out for you and with you instead of against you. And even the people around you that come in or that are around you now that are genuine, they're going to feel and be more of a support system than before. Or you're going to have a new group of people come in that are going to help you. And this energy of comfort is almost as if, again, you're finally feeling like life and people are giving to you what you have given to others that has been taken advantage of. You're finally getting that beautiful, genuine energy poured back into you. But I feel like it's because you're now pouring into yourself. You're now investing in yourself. You're now looking at yourself as needing to fill your own cup up, nurture and grow and water your own seeds within yourself. And because of that, people and things and situations in life are aligning to now do that for you as well. And I love that for you. But I'm going to leave it there. And if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you.